you grinding that, you know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps, had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson, and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Robinson, his second touchdown on the season, and the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Rivers free. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Roquan Smith in on the
run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for him. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Flushed out right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. They'll buy some time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this time will be intercepted. Picked off at the 20. He'll take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
A gain of a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Shoots by him. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to Brown, complete. Down the numbers, there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 69 yards. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Michael Pierce and all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, He's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Flush to his right. And this one complete to Gafford. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. They got 29 yards that time. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
For the running back.
Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with third down looming. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run. The ball comes out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score, Vikings 21, Bears 14. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 78 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
His kick is good.
And he knocks it through.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Tua. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew who he was when he decided to take off from down.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
He was
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take out extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Le'Veon Bell. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Vikings 28. Bears 21. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Draymond Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Odell Beckham, 83 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25. 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points.
It's caught inside the 25. He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Rico Gafford, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28.
That's the score. Vikings 35, Bears 28.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope ball? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us there.
I was thinking maybe one sleep is off and trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Tagovailoa, flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked up from his own 47. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in the field goal range down at the 27-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Looking to pass. Tua. Here's through the car. At about the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And 5.
Tua going to throw. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's Tua. And now the middle, and it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-route?
It's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
And the Bears first down.
Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. They find some open field here. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great, got 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
16 yards. First down, Bears.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. Goff. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line.
To number 14.
23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Steps away to his left. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off the pass.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Vikings send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's taken on the 25. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. It's too much to...
This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown,
Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Vikings 59, Bears 35. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Odell Beckham, 62 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Lutz will look to add the extra point. This to a 17-point spread.
Makes the score Vikings 59, Bears 42.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to the lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's got Daly, the 30, the 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. second and long. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Tonight's final score, Vikings.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball, and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up.